Welcome back to Algebra II, Chapter 10, Section 4 in this book. And what we're talking about is conic sections. We already talked about circles, and now we're going to talk about ellipses. They're ovals, basically. So if we were in class together, I would pass out cardboard to all of you and push pins, and I would give you a loop of string, and I would tell you, so here's my little loop of string, to put it around the push pins, and then to put your pencil through it and pull it tight and draw as big of a shape as you can with it, a circle with it. And that shape, I know it doesn't look good, you have to look in your book to see a good one, is an ellipse. It kind of looks like BB-8, right? Well, no, not BB-8. What's the guy in Big Hero 6? The medic? It looks like him. I can't think of it, but I'll think of it later. Anyway, this is a very important shape in nature. It's what the planets do going around the sun. The sun is at one of these points, the focus. The other one, there's not anything, but the planets go around the sun. So here we are in the northern hemisphere. It's in the summertime. So right, for me, I know y'all are probably watching it in the winter, but I'm recording them in the summer. So the sun is, we're way down here, the earth, the sun's up here, and you would think that the earth would be closer to the sun in the summer, but it's not. It has to do with the tilt of the earth, and we're tilted toward it at this point, and we're tilted away from it when we're over here in the winter. So super important. You get to study a lot in physics if you go into astronomy stuff. Alright, so this is what we have to know about them. They can be oriented horizontally or vertically, okay? If it's the long way, the ends are called the vertex. So these are the vertex here, these are the vertex here, and they're A. The short way across, these are called the co-vertex, and they're B. The foci, or focus, is C. Focuses, no, it's foci, is C, and it's the points here on both of them. The equation, if it's horizontal, is this: x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared is 1. Now, how do you know? And then if it's a vertical orientation, the b goes with x and the a goes with y. So the big difference is, where did I write this? Somewhere. Oh, here it is. A is bigger than B, no matter what. So, if A is the big one goes with X, it's horizontal. If A, the big one, goes with Y, it's vertical. Because Pac-Man wants to eat A. A is bigger than B. There's a formula that relates A, B, and C, and it's this: A squared minus B squared is C squared. So it's not the Pythagorean theorem, it's minus. See, not path. That's for Pythagorean theorem. Okay? So this is the theory, the things. You can graph these on your Conics app. Can help you graph these. So watch this Calculator Labs and I'll show you how to do it. And the Conics app probably came on your calculator. Usually the calculator comes with all the apps and you have to download the programs. Okay, so here's our assignment: to graph that we're told that it's an ellipse, and we want to graph it. It's 9x squared plus 16 y squared equals 144. Notice this is not 1, and it's supposed to be 1. So the first thing we need to do is put it in the right formula. And so how can we make that 1? Divide it by itself. And we're allowed to do that as long as what we do to one side, we do to the other. So everybody gets a divided by 144. It's the pirate party. Those cancel out, making 1. 9 over 144 reduces to 1 over 16. 16 over 144 reduces to 1 over 9. So notice that 16 is bigger than 9. So we know this is horizontally oriented. And that's a squared, and that's b squared. So a is 4, the square root of 16, and b is 3, the square root of 9. And we know because 16 is bigger than 9, see Pac-Man eating 16? It's horizontal. Now, we need to know what C is too if we're going to graph everything about it. So we can already put this in. This horizontal, this is 4 and 4, and that's 3 and 3, 3 and negative 3, 4 and negative 4. So we can draw it. And then if we want to put the focus points in also, then we can solve for it using a squared minus b squared equals c squared. So a squared is 16, b squared is 9, 9 minus 16 is 7. We don't want c squared, we want c, so we do the square root of both sides, and c is the square root of 7. Nobody knows what that is, so you do it on your calculator and it's about at 2.6. So there it is, there he is, ready to ask you, are you satisfied, or whatever it is he asks. I like that movie, but I don't watch it a lot, so I don't love it as much as some other ones, because some of those I just watch over and over. I think it's too many characters. Sometimes they just put too many characters and don't develop them. Alright, so here's another one. We're told the vertex is 0, 7, and the co-vertex is negative 6, 0. So, vertex, see how this is x and y? Vertex means it's the long way. The long way is the vertex, and y is the thing that we have. So we know this is vertical because the vertex has 7 on it. So we put our dots at 7. The co-vertex is the not long way, and it's in the x slot. So we know it goes on the x-axis, and we put our dots at 6 and draw it. There it is. And we can put it in the formula because we know that the 7 squared will be the big one, and it goes with y, it's 49, and 6 squared is 36, it's the small one, and it goes with x because of the vertical orientation. We're given one more problem where the vertex is negative 4, 0. Notice it's on the x, so we know it's horizontal, and we're given the focus point at 2, 0. So we know that we can go ahead and draw our 4 and 4 and 2 and 2, but we don't know those. Well, how we can get them is we have a and c, and we can solve for b using our equation that a squared minus b squared is c squared. So c squared equals 4 squared minus b squared. 4 equals 16 minus b squared. Minus 16 from both sides. Negative 12 is negative b squared. Divide both sides by negative 1 and you get 12 equals b squared. Take the square root of both sides, and b equals 2 times the square root of 3. Nobody knows what that is. Do it on your calculator and see that it's 3.4. Put the dot on both, and there it is. And we can write our equation because we know what a is and we know what b is. So we can do x squared over a squared is 16 plus y squared over b squared, which is 2 times the square root of 3 squared, which is 12, equals 1. I don't think they're hard. You just have to be careful and take your time and really think about it. And I think it's actually kind of fun. So I hope you do too. Math is great.